Hey everyone! Do you find it hard to talk about your daily life in English? Maybe you want to describe your routine, but don't know where to start. Well, you're in the perfect place. Welcome to Podlish, where we make learning English easy and fun. Today, we're going to focus on one of the most important topics for beginners, daily life. By the end of this video, you'll know the basic vocabulary and sentences to confidently talk about your daily routine in English. Make sure you stay with us because we'll be teaching you useful words and their meanings as we go.
That's right, Emma. We'll take you through a typical day, from morning to night, and explain how to describe everything you do, whether you're just starting or want to improve your skills. Stick around until the end. We'll also be breaking down vocabulary, so you'll learn not just what to say, but what it all means. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to Podlish and click the bell so you never miss an episode. Ready to start learning? Let's go!
Let's start with the morning. Most of us have a regular routine when we wake up. But how do you describe it in English? Don't worry, we're here to help.
First, let's talk about the phrase wake up. In English, we say I wake up at, followed by the time. For example, I wake up at 7 a.m., or I wake up late on weekends. So what does wake up mean? It's the action of stopping your sleep and opening your eyes in the morning. Let's practice. I wake up at 7 a.m.
Great! After you wake up, many people like to make the bed. This phrase means to arrange your bed neatly by pulling up the covers. It's a simple habit, but it can be a good way to start your day organized. So, you might say, I wake up and I make my bed. Do you make your bed every morning, Jake?
Yes, I do. It's a small task that makes me feel ready for the day. Now, let's move on to something you do after waking up. Brush your teeth. To brush means to clean, and when you brush your teeth, you're using a toothbrush to clean your teeth. Simple, right? You can say, I brush my teeth every morning. Try saying that with us. I brush my teeth.
Exactly. And don't forget, you can also say I wash my face. To wash means to clean something with water. So, when you wash your face, you clean it with water and sometimes soap. Practice with us. I wash my face every morning.
After that, many people get dressed. This means to put on your clothes for the day. So, you can say, I get dressed after I brush my teeth. Let's practice it together. I get dressed.
Nice work. Here's a tip if you're just starting to learn English. Focus on creating simple sentences about your daily routine. For example, I wake up, I brush my teeth, I get dressed. These short sentences are easy to remember and will help you speak more confidently. Vocabulary recap with meanings. Wake up, stop sleeping and get out of bed. Make my bed, arrange your bed neatly. Brush my teeth, clean your teeth using a toothbrush. Wash my face, clean your face with water and soap. Get dressed, put on clothes. Breakfast time, expanding vocabulary. All right, after you've woken up and gotten ready, it's time for breakfast, the first meal of the day. Jake, what do you usually eat for breakfast?
Well, I usually keep it simple. I eat toast and eggs. Toast is bread that's been heated until it's crispy, and eggs are a common food that people cook in many ways: boiled, scrambled, or fried. So I might say, I eat toast and eggs for breakfast. What about you, Emma?
I love having a smoothie in the morning. A smoothie is a thick, blended drink usually made from fruits like bananas or berries, mixed with milk or yogurt. So, I might say, I drink a smoothie for breakfast. Let's give our listeners some other common breakfast items.
Good idea. Some other typical breakfast items are cereal, oatmeal, and drinks like coffee and tea. For example, you could say, I eat cereal in the morning, or I drink coffee with breakfast. Simple and easy.
Let's practice making sentences. You can say, I eat toast and eggs for breakfast, or I drink tea in the morning. If you're learning English, these kinds of sentences will help you describe your daily meals. Vocabulary recap with meanings. Toast, bread that is heated until crispy. Eggs, a common food from birds, cooked in many ways. Smoothie, a thick drink made by blending fruits with milk or yogurt. Cereal, a breakfast food made from processed grains. Oatmeal, a hot cereal made from oats. Coffee, a hot drink made from roasted coffee beans. Tea, a hot drink made from leaves, often served with milk or lemon.
And don't forget, you can also ask questions. Try saying, "What do you eat for breakfast?" Or "Do you drink coffee or tea in the morning?" Asking questions is a great way to practice your conversation skills in English.
Getting to work or school, daily routine vocabulary. Now that breakfast is done, it's time to talk about going to work or school. But how do we describe this part of the day in English?
Let's start with some basic phrases. If you're going to work, you can say, "I go to work." If you're going to school, say, "I go to school." Easy, right? The word go means to move from one place to another. Let's practice. I go to work. I go to school.
And if you take transportation, you can use verbs like take or ride. For example, I take the bus to work, or I ride my bike to school. The verb take means to use something, like a bus or train, and ride means to sit on something that moves, like a bike.
Or if you walk, you can say, "I walk to work" or "I walk to school." Walk simply means to move on foot. It's great practice to talk about how you get to places.
And once you get to work or school, you can say things like, I start work at 9 a.m. or I have classes in the morning. Let's repeat that. I start work. I have classes. Simple but very useful for everyday conversations. Vocabulary recap with meanings. Go to work, travel to your job. Go to school, travel to where you study. Take the bus, use the bus for transportation. Ride a bike, use a bicycle for transportation. Walk, move on foot. Start work, begin your job. Have classes, attend lessons or school. Lunchtime, expanding vocabulary with meanings. All right, it's lunchtime. Jake, what's your usual lunch like?
I like to keep it simple. I usually have a sandwich. A sandwich is two pieces of bread with something like cheese, meat, or vegetables in the middle. You could say, "I eat a sandwich for lunch."
I love a light lunch, like a salad or soup. A salad is a mix of vegetables like lettuce, tomatoes, and cucumbers. And soup is a hot liquid dish, often made with vegetables or meat. You could say, I have soup for lunch. What about you, listeners? What do you usually eat for lunch?
And you can talk about where you eat, too. For example, I eat lunch at my desk if you work, or I go to a cafe if you're eating out. Let's practice these phrases. I eat a sandwich at my desk, or I have soup at a cafe.
Vocabulary recap with meanings. Sandwich, two pieces of bread with something in. Salad, a mixture of raw vegetables, like lettuce and tomatoes. Soup, a hot liquid dish often made from vegetables or meat. Desk, the table you work at, usually in an office. Cafe, a small restaurant where you can buy drinks and light meals. That's right. And don't forget, you can ask, what do you usually eat for lunch? Or where do you eat your lunch? Asking these kinds of questions can help you improve your English conversation skills. Afternoon routine, using simple sentences. Now let's move on to the afternoon. After lunch, some people go back to work or school, and some might take a break. How do we talk about this in English? Let's go through some common phrases.
If you're working, you can say, "I have a meeting in the afternoon." The word meeting means a time when people come together to discuss something, usually at work. If you're a student, you can say, "I study in the afternoon." The verb study means to spend time learning about a subject.
And if you're taking a break, you can say, I take a nap. A nap is a short sleep, usually during the day. Or you might say, I go for a walk. We already learned that walk means to move on foot.
Exactly. So here's a sentence to practice. I have a meeting in the afternoon, or I take a nap in the afternoon. These sentences will help you describe your activities after lunch.
Vocabulary recap with meanings. Meeting, a gathering of people to discuss something. Study, spend time learning about a subject. Nap, a short sleep, usually during the day. Go for a walk, move on foot, usually for exercise or relaxation. Evening routine, wrapping up the day. Now let's talk about the evening. After a long day of work or school, most of us like to relax. But how do we describe that in English?
In the evening, I usually say, I cook dinner. The verb cook means to prepare food. You could say, I cook pasta for dinner, or I cook rice and vegetables. How about you, Emma?
I usually say, I have dinner with my family. The phrase have dinner simply means to eat your evening meal. You could also say, I watch TV after dinner. The verb watch means to look at something for a period of time, usually something on a screen.
Nice. And if you want to talk about relaxing, you can say, I read a book, or I listen to music. The verb read means to look at and understand written words, and listen means to pay attention to sounds.
Great! Let's practice some sentences together. I cook dinner in the evening. I watch TV after dinner. I read a book before bed. These sentences help you describe your evening activities. Vocabulary recap with meanings. Cook, prepare food. Have dinner, eat your evening meal. Watch TV, look at programs on a television screen. Read a book, look at and understand written words. Listen to music, pay attention to sounds, usually song. Wow, we've covered a lot today. From waking up in the morning, having breakfast, going to work or school, and finishing the day with dinner. You now know how to talk about your daily routine in English.
That's right. And don't forget all the useful vocabulary we've learned. Wake up, brush my teeth, have breakfast, go to work, have a meeting, cook dinner, and more. These words are simple but essential for describing your day.
Remember, the best way to improve your English is to practice. Try talking about your day in English, and use the vocabulary and phrases we've taught you today. The more you practice, the better you'll get.
And if you're ever unsure about a word or its meaning, come back to this video or check out other episodes of Podlish. We're here to help you every step of the way on your English learning journey.
Thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe to Podlish, like this video, and share it with anyone else who's learning English. We'll see you next time with more tips to help you become a confident English speaker. Bye for now, and keep practicing. Vocabulary review with meanings. Wake up, stop sleeping, make my bed, arrange your bed neatly, brush my teeth, clean your teeth using a toothbrush, have breakfast, eat the first meal of the day, go to work, travel to your job, take the bus, use the bus for transportation, study, spend time learning, take a nap, have a short sleep, cook dinner, prepare the evening meal, watch TV, view programs on television, read a book, understand written text, listen to music, pay attention to sounds.